What's up, guys? This is Mitch back here, and welcome to the Movement Center, and welcome to the hockey series, where we break down the hockey player from the foot, ankle, knee, hip, low back, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, so that you can move like you mean it. Hey guys, welcome back to the hockey series, and welcome to episode 7, the elbow. So First I'll start off, guys. Make sure if you're talking about the elbow here, we're looking at the shoulder, the wrist. Go back and look at episode 6, and you can look at episode 8 next week. But shoulder mechanics and wrist are so important for what happens at the elbow. But for today, we're going to focus on how to handle a hot elbow, and we're going to focus on a bit more of a elbow, or in this case, hockey elbow that can go on. Okay. So that's our starting point. So our test for this, guys, is going to mark go down to his push-up position. So a push-up, guys, is a pretty good kind of analogy for this. Is we want to make sure we have full elbow range of motion, so full kind of down position as he goes up. And go ahead, Marco, for us into extension. Now we want to see if he can lock his elbows out, and if that's comfortable at his wrist, his elbow, and his shoulder. Okay, so his wrist, his elbow, and his shoulder. Now, do not do push-ups like this. You do not want to hyperextend your elbows when you do a push-up. You can come on down. But this is just for a test position to see if you can get into that range and be comfortable there. Cool? Great. So that's our test. So you can come on up. Now, what we want to do is to release this muscle first, okay? So we're going to grab onto our balls here. Cheers. 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 And we've kind of coined this the cat's meow. So we're going to go through and do you know how a cat would kind of meow at you, right? Really angry, right? So fierce. So you're going to come up here, wrist extended like this. Okay, so Marco, you can do it facing. I'm going to do it this way. And we're going to get that ball and kind of dig it into the forearm and push down and up. So you're going to pull down and up in like this. Wrist up, and you're going to flex the wrist and bend through this cat's meow type of movement.
We said if it hurts, you have to meow.
And if it hurts, you have to meow. So you come back up. So Marco's meowing right now. And we're going to come up and go through. Okay, so that's the release for this. Awesome. Now the second piece of this is once you've released that muscle, we want to go through and open that thing up. So I'm going to borrow Marco's elbow, and I'm going to use a regular resistance band. You can buy fancy ones for this. And you can use a dice or a die. I'm going to use a quarter, okay, and stick that right onto his forearm. So that's going to increase pressure at that specific area where he's feeling tighter. So you can hold that there for 1 sec. And we're going to wrap this around. Good, I got it now. Awesome. And just get this thing nice and tight going over top of that coin or his elbow, just to increase in compression. And then what he's then going to do is go through that whole cat's meow movement. So you can come up like this and open up and come down. You can come up like this. There's no right or wrong way to do this, guys, and open it up. Whatever you feel a good stretch in, open that up. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Feels good. So he's really feeling that extensor group of those wrists open up as he comes forward and back down to really stretch out that problem area that he's feeling that in over there. So he comes up and all the way back down. Beautiful. Good, you can pop that off. Great, so now we've kind of gone through, we've released the front of the shoulder, we've opened up the backside with some banded work. Now, we're going to go ahead and strengthen it, right? So we're going to have Marco grab his stick. He's going to come down into his sort of hockey stance position for his shot. Because the interesting thing with hockey, guys, is each wrist is in a bit of a different position, and it also has different demands on it. So if you go ahead and grab on your stick. Yeah, good. And he holds there. Great. And as he's in this position, we can see both his wrists are kind of one's palm up, one's palm down, and we need to kind of strengthen that position. So I'm going to sneak this band, have him grab onto that, and drop the stick with his wrist in the same position. What he's going to do is turn his wrists to face each other. Awesome, with the band. And then from that movement, what he's then going to do is extend his wrists back on both sides slowly. And then really the important part here is fighting it on the way back as he goes back through. So he goes and slowly comes back in, slow, 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 slow. Awesome. And then fights it back through. Great. So this is a good way to strengthen up here. It shouldn't be painful at all. If it is, don't do this one just yet. Right? A little bit of 1 or 2 pain is okay. We can also change our position with this, so you can bring your arms out further, challenge the different position of your shot. If you have pain in the extension period of your shot, train it out there. If you have pain in the follow through, do it out there. So changing the position is important to challenge these muscles a little bit differently. Okay? Great. So that's our stuff for the elbow, okay? If you remember, don't forget about the other parts of this. Also don't forget that sometimes you can have nerve issues at the elbow as well that can be acting as tennis elbow. So if you're not getting results, it could be something else. Make sure you go check out with your rehab professionals, see what's going on. Okay? Any questions for us? Leave them below. Give us a like if you haven't already.
And move like you mean it.
Subscribe as well. Thanks a lot, guys.